Alright guys, what is up? We are here in a game between TinyDragon and Markus. We have Markus here on the bottom left hand side playing SL, and we have TinyDragon here on the top hand side and he's playing KF. Now, I'm not exactly sure yet what battle groups they're playing, so we're gonna have to see. It looks like Meta, or wait, we do have Disciple. Okay, so no Sermon. If I saw Sermon on the Draksar, I would say it's a Draksar battle group, but we do already have that Skizik, and we do have Vindrax. That does make this a bit more points toward more of a meta battle group. Not anything with Draksar, not anything with Skizik. More just meta. We have every single race here. No real combining theme. So that's what I'm going to go about over here. And then here on the right hand side, we do see a lot of trees. So this is definitely a tree battle group. There are maybe two variants. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's two variants of trees that I would really go under. Maybe three. The first one being the normal just trees with the spells like Lash Down, with the relics like the greenhouse. Even though I could think of four different trees now that I think about it. Then you have, yeah, so that's one of them, just normal trees, good trees. Then you have the idea with the devotee, so devotee champions, where they get extra bonuses when the trees die, so the 3 max HP and healing, and you can ramp up in damage very quickly. So that's my second version, I would say. My third version being fully no spells, so the one that we saw TinyDragon play a lot with Shimmering Flower and such, and the Crown of Petals. And then the fourth version of trees that I would mention, that I could maybe see as like something that you could really say is a different just because they play differently, right? For example, the base trees by themselves are very slow, so that's a very slow battle group, and so is Devotee, while some of the other ones can be more aggressive depending on how you play them. What was the other one? Oh, I forgot now what I was going to say. Maybe these Narya could also be one, but they're more of like under Devotee. They're not really their own theme. I forgot now what I was going to say. Yeah, I guess normal trees, only so no spells trees, so just like relics and equipment trees, and then oh yeah, what is also, here's the last one I was thinking about. If you have Vine Touch, the Vine Touch pedestal, I think you can make a lot of interesting combinations there, where you might be able to say that it's not really trees, it's more just using the synergies of the trees because of that Vine Touch. So that might be a different one. I'm not really sure though. Anyway, so what do we have here? Draksar from Markus. He does like this battle group, though, and he's played it a lot. He said, even though he didn't actually play these champions. I remember he sent me a picture of his battle group. I'm not sure if he played these. I know he played the Beast Lord, but I'm not sure if he played the High Priest with Disciple. It is a Draksar, though, when I think about it, but this isn't, and this isn't. But I guess it just works so well together. I mean, this gives you 1 speed and 10 HP, so you become a little bit tankier. Mutate is always nice. Has he mutated the Vindrax yet? No. Ooh, this is pretty big. Because of the inhibiting touch on this Flame Willow, now the Vindrax can't heal anymore. No more regeneration. So he really wants to see if he can get rid of this Flame Willow. Also, we have that reflexes, so he takes less damage from the melee attacks. So Vindrax really wants to somehow kill this Flame Willow, just so that inhibiting touch can maybe go on cooldown. Or it's not go on cooldown, but be, somehow go away before he can start maybe healing his Vindrax back up. See, physical rank 3 and acid bomb rank 3. So what was that? Ah, okay. Rend now. You can double tap. He has 7 damage in dots. It's not enough to do a kill. I wonder why he didn't battle drum here. Would he have had the kill if he had battle drummed? I don't think so. He would have +3 damage, right? So he'd be at 13 +3 here as well. It would have been close. I think he would have needed to use another spell, but not like this. I mean, Flame Willow, if he stays in this font, will die next turn, but if he can kill Vindrax in the meantime, that will be definitely worth it, just because Vindrax is 98 Nora versus the 70 on the Flame Willow. What we did just have happen, what Neppy just pointed out, is because of the Beast Lord, actually not a horrible champion. 7 speed, 55 HP. The thing that does annoy me, though, is that 2x2, so it's a big champion. On this map, obviously, it doesn't matter whatsoever. Like, this map, the 2x2s are fine. But what's really nice here is that kill sense, right? That slow that was put on this Flame Willow, put him on 7 speed, which means that the Flame Willow wasn't able to double tap, only tap once. So is he still dead is the question. 17 damage. Yeah, perfect kill even with the greenhouse. He doesn't get this Nora Globe though, and that's pretty big. So the Flame Willow will die here, I believe, and he won't get this Nora Globe. So this trade is actually not that bad for Markus, just because this giant Nora Globe and the one of the Flame Willow should go over to him, as well as a greenhouse had to be used, which means that no champion was deployed. But this is really big. He has to get this kill, as well as has to get both Nora Globes, or else he's pretty far behind. So he should math this out first to see if he's gonna need the battle drum. Because remember, we have reflexes here, and he's one range, so he can double tap. Or no, he can only one tap. Well, with with the battle drum, he can double tap, and he can tap once as well. We have flame strike here. So this is 10. No, this is 8 because of the 2 defense, and this would be like 5. So yeah, he's gonna have to battle drum, or maybe use a spell. He could use like a tornado or a sand spray would be pretty good. Sand sprays are probably a good idea here. It would hit all of them. Alright. I like the idea of sand spray and just kill this champion. Killing that flame. Look at this damage. 17 damage right now. So I really wouldn't want to leave this alive. KF doesn't, at least Trees doesn't have the best of healing. There's the Acid Storm. So yeah, he does use a spell here. And that hits the greenhouse. Now, what is nice is, I believe there was a reason. He told me why he played Acid Storm. Alright, so this is okay. The Flame Willow will die to the dot. He'd go up here, 6. Yeah, he can attack if he wants. Why is it 17 damage? Goddamn. Greenhouse gives 3. Commanded and war. Okay, there you go. So Greenhouse gives 3. So that's 3, 4, and then 5, 6 from the commander. So they all get plus 6 damage. Holy cow. Alright, so that will kill his Flame Willow, but he doesn't get the Nora Globe. To be honest, I would have liked if he had attacked and gotten the Nora Globe. I think that would have been worth the Nora. Or worth the AP, I mean. Oh, okay. Well, I guess if you saw that coming, then that's a good thing he did it this way. Yeah, so there's escape magic right there. So with that escape magic, we now are positive that this is also with spells. I mean, he might still be playing Shimmering Flower and such, but it's less likely. As well as the whole idea of the wooden scales is kind of gone now. Who has he mutated? Has he mutated anybody yet? I don't remember him mutating the Vindrax, so it's kind of weird that he has that. I mean, Rend on a range champion, especially Rend rank 3, is always insane. But playing it there when he did, 30 Nora, just to have 5 more damage on that turn, I'm not sure if that was fully worth it. He hasn't even used the Flame Strike yet. And this is kind of a utility champ with the Sermon and the Mutate. I'm not sure. Look at this, 17 damage. Now, can he kill this Ski Drummer? While this is an SL champion, it has very low HP at 36. So 13 plus, alright, there's the inhibit power. So now what inhibit power does is, first of all, it distracts them, and second of all, it removes their upgrades. So the upgrades that they had, the Mutate here, and the Sermon is, or no, the Sermon is still here. What was it? Mutate and Regen? No, Disciple, that was it. Mutate, Disciple is gone. Here we don't have the thing that charms, whatever it's called. Now, I'm thinking he could go up here. Is not a horrible idea. And retreat off this fawn. I think that's a really good idea, in my opinion, to go up here, because what I'm thinking about right now, even though this has 10 HP. All right, so I would have 2 options in my mind right now. Either I keep fighting here on these 4 champions, or I retreat. Generally, you don't want to fight around the greenhouse, because the greenhouse gives so many stats with that 3 damage and 1 defense. I mean, you really need to either kill the greenhouse, and then you can maybe keep fighting there, but the trees are so good at like making a home base. Okay. There's the what was that? What's it called? Enslave. There you go. Who's gonna attack? Going for this Narya Mind Tap. Does he have the damage though? Can he double tap? Not with him. So he double tapped with the Patriarch. That's 22 damage. I find that spell really strong. I don't know it's not played that much. It's only 35 Nora, and it gives that was 22 damage for 35 Nora. And it can often do even more. Like you can take the enemy's abilities too for that turn, which can be really insane if they have like abilities that are very high in value. All right, so there you go. He should have done that first. That was a pretty big misplay. But does it still get the kill? Again, he gets the kill, but later. He should have first used that Acid Storm if he was going to use that, just because that would have taken the defense away from the Mind Tap. He'd be dead right now. Now I don't think he'd be able to get the Snow Globe anyway, even if he had used the spell. Okay, well he still, that was okay. So if he had died here, or if he had survived, then it would have been a really big misplay to not use that Acid Storm first. But he's lucky here, or not lucky, but the Eviscerated means he'll still die. There you go. So they both die. Two champions die there. We have a SL champ, generally pretty tanky, 55 HP, 3 defense. Versus here we have 12 speed, but only 10 damage. And then 15 damage. Wow, dude, holy cow. Commanded, War Banner, +3 right away, just from that, and 12 base. All right, so we do have okay. So I was wondering if we have Elusive Leap on the Pursuer, which would then mean he's very good at like staying in fonts. But yeah, no Elusive Leap. He's still okay. No Violent though, because he's not near his friends really. Sunder's okay. I mean, this is a fine champion. You kind of just ooh, that was fun. He just double smacks the drummer, yeah, doing 18 damage and kills it. So yeah, no. He could have actually retreated with the War Drummer, right? He kind of left him there. All right, so is he dead? We do have Evasive because of the Patriarch, but because of the Eviscerated does mean that he will take 5 more damage. So now, if anything, maybe just attack the Sapling, because then you have the dot going. I wouldn't double tap here the Queen, because then you're also in range of the Queen's double tap. So yeah, I'd probably actually just retreat here, go that way. If he goes 3 spaces, he's fine, because the Sapling's in his way, as well as this font. So if he goes here, he's fine from any. Okay, well, he can move in as well. He's gonna play a Relic here or something. Why else would he move in 1 space? I mean, the greenhouse is here again, so you definitely want a Tornado. But again, if he did have a Tornado, he should have played that first, so to get rid of the defense. We do have Assault on the Sapling, meaning the Draksar doesn't really want to run again. So War Banner first if you're attacking. So a bit of a misplay. Right, so he's going this way. So it looks like he's going to go for this Patriarch. We have Hunter. Oh my god, dude. He's just messing up all over the place. Is that a kill though? Because he does have Hunter crippled. So that's +2. Yeah, it's a kill. So he gets the kill, even though it wasn't too clean. Just because sometimes what you have to do is take a pause and not click so quickly. Instead, think out your turn first. Be like, what do I want to kill and how am I going to do it? And then say, do I want to do it this way? No. Do I want to do it this way? Yes. And then once you know how you're going to kill it, then, do all the things you need to do instead of saying, I'll do some of this, do some damage, do some of this, do some of this. Because there we saw, the defense or the extra damage you could have gotten from the War Banner. So he would have done 1 more to the Queen, which is, almost negligible, but still kind of something you should think about. And then he could have used the Quickening first, and then he would have actually double tapped with the Priestess. Instead, he didn't double tap, right? And that's tons of, he did way less damage. Alright, so double tap with the Queen, doing good with the heal. He will also be able to tap once. He might even just take root here. He's in a pretty fine position to just, at the very least, protect this greenhouse. So he could have done that there, but I guess not. Because if he was going to take root, he should have done that first for the extra damage. Take root does give 2 extra damage. So it doesn't seem like he will be doing that. Quicken is pretty strong on champions with the Sunder, so that we saw a lot of value there. Quicken with the Sunder. Did -4 defense, or I guess 2 only. No, it's 2 stacks, right? Yeah, 2 stacks. So it's -4 defense, and then he did the +2 because the Hunter crippled. See, Sabotage Armor has -2 defense and liability. Who is that? Is it him? Yeah. 5 liability and -2 defense. Not bad. Ferocious Bite is also pretty good. Distracted, eliminated. Ah, there you go. So that's why he plays that Acid Storm. It's for this Ferocious Bite. Because if they are oh. I thought he's told me something. There's a reason. Maybe it's not this then. But there was a reason why he plays the Acid Storm. Some kind of like combination that isn't written in the rules, but just is there that he found out. I think it might be with Ferocious Bite, where it gives the Sundered, gives the he gets the extra damage from Sundered when he plays the Acid Storm. All right, so we saw that what's it called? This thing, Reclaim, go off. He has to kind of watch out for his own mid font. He's kind of putting a lot of. All right, there's a mutate. How much would he get? Extra defense. Yeah, 3 defense. He could run away with his Beast Lord if he wants, because he is pacified. That means he cannot be engaged. So this assault won't go off. So he can run away without taking damage here. He sermons. I'm fine with that, because he's gonna. If nothing's in the range, he'll at the very least always be able to hit the greenhouse. All right, good move there to first sermon before you attack, just because you want that extra damage. But again, I wonder what he's gonna do with this Beast Lord. Is he gonna deploy now as well? Is also another question. He's kind of running behind, falling behind in champions. It's 3 versus 3 right now, and the Nora, or sorry, the HPs or the HP of the singular champions are also kind of close, right? But we have 2 summons, right? We have this relic. And next turn will be Tiny Dragons. You always have to take that into account as well when you're kind of looking at a game like this, where you're like, hey, it's 3 versus 3, but yeah, whose turn is it going to be next? Because if it's 3 versus 3 and it's the next, and that's on the turn where it's going to be the next person's, then he should get out of range though of this attacks. He shouldn't stay there. No, run away. What are you doing? He wants to be in range of slow. I don't like that though. Do you like that? I guess he has slow on the Flame Willow too, so he got -4 AP there by doing that. I don't know. He could have also just kept his Beast Lord alive. Anyway, what I was saying is, yeah, you have to also see whose turn is going to be next. So if it's 3 versus 3, or sorry, 3 champions versus 3 champions on the board, but cleanse won't help there. Yeah, but if the next person's turn, then they'll then kill something, and it's 2 versus 3. So, all right. So I'm not sure why he cleansed there. Who cleansed? Was there a cleanse, or am I tripping? Yeah, I mean, the Beast Lord was dead every day, right? But he does have to double tap here, which is nice for Markus. Double taps there as well, though. And I was talking about that before, too, where I was saying, hey, get out of the Narya double tap range. He just healed up for 10. That's pretty big. There's the Lash Down, giving everything 2 AP. He could move this Sapling up just to stall the Pursuer because of the Assault. Anyway, I wanted to see what that cleanse was. Ellen Tree Clawler. Okay. Like I said, yeah, the slow, actually, you can't cleanse the slow from the Hunter or whatever it's called. Alright, Pursuer cannot double tap next turn, so this Nara Queen should be pretty safe from dying, even if it is at 0. It's stuck anyway. Okay, never mind. He can move up if he wants. And he deploys even. Yeah, he's pretty far ahead now. Yeah, like I said, I think there were a few misplays. Like in just what's the word I'm looking for? There was a few like minor misplays in my opinion for just like efficiency's sake, where he could have done like 1 more damage kind of a thing. And then now usually these games between better players don't lose upon that. Sometimes they do. They don't lose because of that reason. If anything, you lose because of a decision that was made. And when you're playing against trees, like I said, they're a very, tanky phalanx style battle group. So it's better to maybe kind of go somewhere, rush them on one, like guerrilla warfare, right? If you're going against something that's very, fortified, guerrilla warfare is really good there because you can attack them from the side, run away before they have time to react. And I think that's kind of the same there with trees, in my opinion, where you move in. And once that tree, the greenhouse is put down, maybe just retreat again, because then, and especially on that map where you can switch from one font to the other so easily. And that's why I like that map so much, where you can play really strategically and really think like kind of like a general, because it's not really one off of who got first turn or who got a misplay. I don't know. But there you can really just say, okay, I'm going to go to your right font. Oh, nope. You just deployed down there. You have 2 champions down there, and top you have 2 champions. And my champions are just as close to the top as the bottom, right? Or to the middle and the bottom. So I'll just rush your middle font instead, where you don't have as many champions, or you maybe have less value. Let's say you have a support and a ranged instead of a support and a some kind of tank, right? So you can go and rush that top font instead. So I really like that map, and I think maybe you could have done that instead of going for that patriarch, where that patriarch was. Instead, retreated off of that, gone middle. Now, of course, that could have also led to a loss. I'm not sure, but was an idea. Anyway, GG.